LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Brown out there with the kid, and it's McGee in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, the two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's Harrell in at the center. Conference rivals in this one, Clark. Does that matter as much as people think, or is it just another game?
I still think it matters to the players. I mean, they're a little less emotional now. Rivalries, they're not as heated, a little more practical. I think it's mostly about making the playoffs and where you're seated.
Now, here's Beverly. Up top, Leonard. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Oh, it's not easy trying to guard Leonard inside. I can tell you that, guys. I mean, he's so good at using his body to get shots up over the defense.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have two elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Here's Harrell after the basket by the Lakers. Kicks it to George. Pass to Beverly. Just 3 to shoot. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. And the Lakers take it the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
Now here's Beverly following the miss by Anthony Davis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Lakers making a switch here. Kuzma's checked in. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. A three from Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Williams comes with a double team. The kid passes to McGee. That one goes. Count it.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Leonard attacking. There's Harrell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And he sinks the second.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire. Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Leonard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Leonard's got 5 now. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring the team. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Now here's Beverly. His last outing, he had 18 points, and the shot is good.
And Beverly is a menace inside. I mean, incredibly crafty at finding ways to score down there.
The drive by James McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, James against George. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And that one's good. Beverly. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Very tough loss for them last time they played. I mean, in the end, the amount of trips to the line they gave up did them in.
And, Greg, they deserve a lot of credit for being aggressive, though. I mean, they got to the line a bunch because they forced the issue.
Now here's James. Missed inside.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
So it's the Lakers now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Fades and shoots. Here's Kuzma. And the pass to Davenport. And stolen by Harrell. George with the ball. He's picked up by James. The Lakers trail. Brown outside. And again, the Lakers no good. Lob pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, the high-flying acrobatics of George, something to behold. When he leaves the ground for these alley-oops, you drop your jaw in awe.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Clutch, he's checked in for the Clippers. They get it back, kicks it out to James. Lets it go with a three. James with another miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game lost to the Rockets in Houston.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin,
Yes.
based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
Here's Beverly. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Pass to Leonard. Over James. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly. 10 points for Leonard.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And And here's Brown outside. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at the Lakers. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And of course, there's the Clippers. They're sitting in third place.
And I think for the Lakers, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
And I know it took a long time for people around the league to trust their success, but I don't think there's anybody left out there who doesn't think they're for real at this point.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And the Lakers also making a switch. Big Smooth, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Clippers leading by 3. Now Beverly passes to Green. And here's Beverly. With the floater, got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. 5 to shoot. George, that's a 2-pointer. A rebound by the Lakers. McGee's got his 5th rebound in this one. Brown drives in. Basket good.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Tied up with that one. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis for a time. Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of Angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. Basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a long time coming, partner.
The kid passes to James. And the call on the shot and sends him to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Lakers shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here. He misses the free throw. That's off as well, so he misses both.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Here's George. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Brown. Kicks it out to James. Wide open look, and the jumper is good. James has got 8 points.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
The Clippers trail. George looking around. Hands the 12-footer.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
Pass to James. Brown against Zubac. Lobbed up there for Howard. It's not going to go for him. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers from about 16. And a little luck that time, but it drops. He's got 6.
There's not much a defender can do when George decides to go up with the pull-up. I mean, you've got to respect both his shooting and his driving ability because of his speed on the dribble.
Here's James. It's hauled in by Zubac.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Over in the corner, Green. The shot's good on the assist by George. Now it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Here's James. He's coming off a 28-point game against Milwaukee.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was. Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lead.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him.
My inspiration really came from my mother, you know.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, they've come out of that locker room with the hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Get out there with Brown, and it's Howard in at the 5. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Lakers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor, something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Now here's Williams. Defense right on him. And good that time. Williams has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
You know, defenders like to try to get physical with Williams. I'll tell you what, his strength belies his size.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Clippers leading by 3. Outside, George shoots over Brown, and again the Clippers good for 2.
Now, anytime George has room to shoot it, it's usually a high-quality shot. He clearly is one of the most gifted players in the game.
Right block shot. James, the pass to Davis. Misses the layup. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Feeds it to George. And that one drops. And it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
Taking advantage of that length inside, George has the size and touch to score with ease from there.
Timeout called the Lakers.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard comes in for clutch. And the Lakers also making a switch. Hunter's checked in. James in the post. Leonard's there. A little shot fake there. Got the D out of position. James has got 10.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Clippers leading by 5. And James picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
3 minutes of action. So
I like how Lou Williams bodied up the defender there. Got his frame right into the path of the defender.
here's Davenport, and it's sent back by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end. And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight, and the Clippers making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Lakers trail by 10. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. The Clippers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. The shot, no good. Great D that time from James. Here's Hunter, outside for Davis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on George.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that.
And both free throws good for Davis.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home, Kevin. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Here's the kid. He's got 6. And they double up Davis. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's the Clippers now. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Out to Morris. Lets it go from deep. Hunter grabs the miss. Lakers have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line. That one on George. Take a look at the NBA. Who's the best, you think, Clark, at controlling the defensive glass, getting the missed most shots, and getting their offense back in gear?
Yeah, I think even though he's a bit undersized, he does a great job. Draymond Green, not only does he rebound the ball defensively, but he also can ignite the break because of his ball handling and passing ability. Giannis Antetokounmpo does a great job on the defensive backboards, as does Joel Embiid.
Clippers leading by 7. And Beverly kicks to Williams. With the teardrop, and it's sent back by Howard.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Howard. Return to sender is what he stamped that one with.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
The Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Williams dishes to Harrell. Goes back up. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
Was completely out of sync on his free throws, and I'm sure that led him to some extra work at the foul line. And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
Offensive rebound. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Lakers trail by 7. And there's the pass to Davis. Over Beverly. Davis with the bucket.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Harrell with it. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Rondo passes to Davis. Back to Rondo. For 3. And there's Hunter on the assist by Rondo. Hunter's got 6.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
Now here's Beverly. He dishes it to Harrell. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harrell's got 6 points in the quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now Davis. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Milwaukee.
And then how about the block shots, guys? I mean, just overpowering on the defensive side. Really, he wasn't the intimidator.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Zubats is checked in for Marcus Morris. And then for the Lakers, Green comes in for Hunter. And it's Alex Caruso in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Beverly, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Now here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. Here's Harrell. It's good. He's got 9.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Caruso, defended by Beverly. Trying to get open is Davis, off on the layup. Clippers leading by 6. Williams passes to Beverly. It's deflected. Davis down low. He's defended by Harrell. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
And that's a tough call for a ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
A different look for the Clippers. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Harrell. And it's Clutch in for Kawhi Leonard. Outside Williams. Here's Zubats. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Caruso, the pass to Hicks. Outside, Davis. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
The Clippers have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. 7-point differential. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town to start a 3-game homestand with that game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And in front of you there are some first-year players putting an injection of defense into the second half of the season. The rookie steal leaders since the All-Star break. And you look at Clutch, one of the league's best, third in steals. And, of course, the kid.
And they've turned the pressure up a notch since the halfway point. I think the confidence has grown, and they're taking some gambles, and it's paying off.
Well, thieves by day and by night. As a ball handler, you cannot underestimate their abilities to pick your pocket.
52 seconds left in the first half. Williams looking over the floor. He kicks it to Beverly. A three-pointer is right on target. Beverly's got 8 points.
And Beverly is very consistent from outside. Solid at hitting the three ball when given the opportunity to shoot it.
Here's Caruso. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
20 seconds left to play in the first half. Shot clock at 5. Here's Williams. Off target at the rim. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. It's good on the putback. And now it's just a 4-point Clipper lead.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Clippers on top, up by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He ended up with 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
I love the motion on offense. Guys are moving, the ball is moving. It's a very nice approach to the game. And one the defense absolutely could not keep up with.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, they're down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's Clutch in at the 3, the small forward. To the middle, here's Leonard, and Davis sends it back, and he gets it back, and he recovers it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Williams. He's right around 17 points tonight, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But, Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in-game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
Outside Williams. Here's Leonard, and Davis sends it back. They recover it. And here's George. 10 points for him. Second chance shot. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And here's George for 3. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12. Lakers trail by 6. Davis inside. Leonard's there. And it's Davis with the jam.
And how about that? Snuck in off the baseline and then the sensational reverse.
How pretty was that? Athletic basketball with a little bit of flair mixed in.
Well, you know, coming off the baseline gives you the perfect setup for that reverse throwdown, and he took advantage of it.
And it's George again missing. Lakers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Davenport. That one good for 2. The Kids got 10. And the Clippers call time here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And now let's take a look at Kawhi Leonard. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable. 11th in free throw percentage. And he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And he deserves credit for knocking down such a high percentage of his free throws. It's not a glamour part of the game, but incredibly important nonetheless.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Pass to Davis. And it's sent back by Leonard. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Williams. And the rejection by James. And now Davis pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Now the feed to McGee. Lakers passing it around. Passes it to Davis. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Clippers in the lead. And shot on the way. Leonard, no luck.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Here's the kid, defended by Beverly. For the tie. And it's Davis with the jam. Davis has got it all tied up now for the Lakers. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. Pass to Leonard. Pulls up on the elbow. Chalk up 2 there. Leonard's got 21.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
James, no good.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Outside Williams. Some solid defense from Brown. Lakers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Over Williams, Brown. Good.
Timeout.
Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
And the Clippers call time here. For the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And Morris subbed in for Lou Williams. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Lakers have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Nice shot by James.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
The Clippers trail. Beverly looking around. The pass to Leonard. Over Davis. And it's Leonard missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Elbow. 2.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
The first free throw is good. Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Brown drops them both. Here's Beverly. He's got 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Davis sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Clippers with the ball. Trailing by 4. Picked his pocket. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. Kicks it out to James. Over Green. And again, the Lakers no good.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Beverly with the ball. Zubac finds George. From deep, Green. That ball, nice speed that time from George. Green's got 6.
Seeing George spread the wealth and picking up the assist, I think he's a better player when he's sharing the ball like that.
The kid passes to James. And James throws it down.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
From deep, George. Rebounded by the Lakers. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Brown. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
This is his third trip to the free throw line.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe.
Clutch, he's checked in for the Clippers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Clutch. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And that one is good from Zubac.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And George hits the whistle that time. That will be foul number 5 on him. So it's the Lakers now. Puts it up.
Well, that long reach of Paul George's really bothers shooters. He is one of the best two-way players we have in the association.
His three-pointers off the mark. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Los Angeles. All sorts of time. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's the kid. He's got 10. Brown feeling it out a bit. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Davis has got the lead up to 6 now for the Lakers.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for James.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
McGee against Zubac. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 8th rebound here tonight. George dishes to Morris. Over in the corner, Zubac. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Davis misses off the left iron. Clippers trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Here's the kid, defended by George. Here's Davenport. Here's McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Morris passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Williams is checked in. The Lakers also changing it up. Big Smooth, he's checked in for Davis. Green comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Hunter subbed in for Brown. And it's Williams with the ball for the Clippers. Passes it to Clutch. Now, here is George. G right on him.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
The deep three from George. No good on the last second attempt there. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Lakers lead by 6. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. We've got Green. Big Smooth out there with Howard. Then it's the kid, and it's Hunter in at the 2 spot. And the 3 ball is good.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Here's Davenport. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Lakers lead by 5.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Williams passes to Green. And he makes good on the layup.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Second chance effort. He lays it in. And it's 8 points for money.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Here's George, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
And George is so smart, so crafty on the dribble. He's just got an excellent way of controlling the ball and his body as he's dribbling.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Leonard comes in for Morris.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Short. Fade away. That shot off. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Pass to Howard. Now here's Green. Pass to A.Akwuegbu. Shot clock at 6. Plays it up and banks it in. Big Smooth got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Harrell finds George. Outside Williams. And he overshot that one, missing.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk. But later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
Stolen. And it's the Lakers on the break. Tries it from 9. The Clippers grab the miss. Clutch has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Leonard, that's for 2. Cans the shot from the wing. Leonard's got 23 points.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Timeout called the Lakers. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Paul George. The Lakers also changing it up. Hicks checked in for Green, and it's Alex Caruso in for the kid. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. His demeanor was not one of the coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
That free throw, no good. one is no good. Clippers trail by 6. Williams with a clean look. Misses the 3.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Hunter kicks to Caruso. Here's Hicks. The pass to Caruso. 6 on the shot clock. From the baseline. And right through it goes. And the Lakers lead by 8. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Outside Williams. Over Hunter. Williams gets the bucket.
Well, I tell you, Kevin, a high number of Williams' points come from the mid-range. The defense knows that. It's in the scouting report, but he still makes it happen.
Here's Caruso. Passes it to A.Akwuegbu. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And he makes the first. And he makes both free throws.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Now here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. To the inside. Williams can't get it to go.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Hicks passes to Howard. Here's Hicks. And again, no good by the Lakers. Shoots the 3. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 5 points in the basket from Williams.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's A.Akwuegbu. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. James comes in for Jay. Brown, he's checked in for Hunter. And it's the kid in for Alex Caruso.
One shot.
Clippers trail by 8. Now Williams. To the left side wing. 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and it's blocked by Brown. They get it back, and he gets the bucket. Lakers leading by 6. Pass to James. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Friday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. Williams passes to Leonard. Arrow high post. Kicks it to Beverly. Left side, Leonard. This one for 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3 happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Back to James. Another shot, and McGee kicks to James. Pulls up, high post. That one no good. And the Lakers take it the other way. Here's the kid. From outside the arc, the Clippers grab the miss.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been effective.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And despite being a little guy, Beverly knows how to step up big. Terrific at delivering when his team needs an important basket.
Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the Lakers also making a switch. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Big Smooth. George against James. A fader. And it's good for two. And the Lakers lead by 3.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
Steps back and fires. It's good. Leonard's got 11 in the second half.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
From deep, James. Here's McGee, and it's McGee slamming it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 15 rebounds.
I think McGee's been working on that one. I mean, you don't just come up with that off the top of your head, boy. You got to think that one through.
And it's blocked by Brown, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. .153 left in the fourth quarter, and he gets it back. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
The kid passes to Davis. McGee in the high post. Pass to Davenport. Over Beverly. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
James against George. Down low. Hero goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on JaVale McGee.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Yeah, how about the bucket to tie with the D just all over him. The free throw to give them the lead. Just a fantastic play all around.
Here's Davis. And the three off target. The Clippers in the lead. And it's Leonard missing. High post, Davis. Big D that time from Harold. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That will get him his fourth foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
Here's the kid, defended by Beverly. Here's Davenport. Money! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And the Clippers call time here. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Anthony Davis.
And when he's been on the floor, it has been a clinic in rim protection and shot blocking. He's played the defense of 3 men tonight. His block total has gotten to a point you almost never see in an NBA game.
George against James. The shot by George, no good. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. But they'll get another chance.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Really good job on the inside that time. He had to work for that rebound. He got it done.
Drops the first one, and that gives them the lead.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
And they're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a three-point game.
That last free throw is good. Their only choice now is to go for the three to tie.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're behind by 3. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That's what you take.
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Brown outside. Misses the tray. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And if you want to talk about the best two-way players in the NBA, George's name would be high on the list for sure. I mean, that's the kind of presence he has at both ends of the court. Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Timeout called the Lakers. They trail by 5. 3 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
So the Clippers with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it over to